That's called that value, son.
That value. But a lot of people are playing like PS3 and PSP.
Yeah.
I mean, and they love. Of course, Sony is popular, and then they're all handheld. They're all portable.
PSP, PS Vita. The Vita.
Right. Vita is pretty.
The Vita is getting an insane amount of support in Japan.
Yeah.
But a lot of those games don't even come over to North America. You know.
Right.
So
That's true.
I would like to get some of those games. I mean, and but Sony knows what they're doing though in Japan. At least with the Vita.
Yeah.
You know, like Sony brings their games like Freedom Wars and the games that they make to the Vita first in Japan than in America. Whereas Nintendo brings all the console games that will do a lot better here.
Right.
They bring them to Japan first and leave Americans hanging. You know, like Hyrule Warriors in Japan, it comes out a month before it comes out here. More than a month, but hey, whatever. I mean, Bayonetta 2 already out in Japan. You know.
Yeah.
Fatal Frame? Nope, we don't even get Fatal Frame.
Wait. Bayonetta 2's out in Japan?
Yeah, came out.
What?
Came out
sick.
last month, September 20th. That's when Bayonetta 2 came out in Japan, September 20th. And yes, I am destroying benches
it's kind of funny, just on the Japan thing, how consoles usually come out in North America first before anybody.
Yeah.
But software, a lot of software comes out in Japan.
Yeah, well, at least
like Japanese developers.
Nintendo-wise, Sony's realized that, Japan, Sony and Microsoft...
Because the PS4 came out in Japan, 6 months after the North American release.
Yeah, it did.
Or something like that.
Yeah. It was way after. I mean, in North America, it came out in November.
Yeah.
Japan, it came out in February.
Right.
It was months afterwards. So, whereas Nintendo, they actually launched it in Japan last, but it was in December.
Right.
It launched in November here in North America, the Wii U, and then December in Japan. So they actually were able to get it kind of close,
Yeah.
But then they're like, well, that's about it. That's about where the experiences go. Everything else is going to Japan first,
Yeah.
Which is whatever. I mean, we got plenty of... Hyrule Warriors came out, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to grab this big key here. So, A-Train, you want to give people the update on... Oh my god, these people? You want to give people the update on Smash Bros. There?
Oh, it's fun, dude. It's so much fun.
Yeah, that's just the 3DS version.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised how good it looks.
Yeah,
I mean it's great. Plays really smooth. Yeah, it's fun. It's tight gameplay. Controls, I had to get used to the controls a little bit.
The controls are wonky.
And not because of anything other than I'm just not used to the style.
Yeah, but you've got to admit the Wii U controls are going to be a lot better, no matter how used to them you get.
If you're used to playing Brawl on Nintendo Wii, it's like on the virtual whatever the fuck
eShop or virtual console.
No, on the I can't think of the controller. What?
The GameCube.
No. The controller. I can't think of the
Wii
controller
Classic
name.
Controller Pro.
The Classic Controller Pro. Thank you.
It's a stupid name. Don't worry.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of feels like those controls, but I still love the GameCube Super Smash Bros. Melee GameCube controller, man. That's where it's at.
The GameCube controller is where it's at.
Yeah, and I was so stoked when I saw that they were going to release that.
Yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting the bundle.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, you don't have to get the bundle.
Yeah.
But you need you need the adapter.
Yeah.
So never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You save like $10 if you get the bundle, or $20, something like that.
Something.
But yeah, the 3DS version is really good.
It's a good appetizer.
Yes.
It's an appetizer. You ever had a really good appetizer before a good meal?
I have.
Yeah, so
I have anytime.
There's your appetizer.
Yeah.
It's a good appetizer.
Just leaves you wanting.
Keep on getting hit.
Ooh.
Focus, Francis. I'm sucking. Alright, so I'm not even paying attention to the game, to be honest. I'm just looking I'm relying on motor memory here, guys. I'm supposed to be explaining things to newcomers, which I was earlier, but then you came in and I was like, let's ditch that idea. We can explain crap to them later. Well, actually, I already did when you weren't here, so never mind. Okay, so Bayonetta is awesome.
Yeah.
So Bayonetta is awesome.
So OJ, will you tell us about your feelings about Bayonetta 2?
Well, I'll tell you, it's really good. You know, I played the game at E3, HM, and a lot of my users already know that Bayonetta 2, it's more important than just a game. You know, this is a genre, you know?
Yeah.
This is a genre that's been really I mean, what else is around?
Right.
You know?
It's kind of a last of its kind.
Breed or its kind. It's an endangered species, you know? It's like everything is Call of Duty, everything is like Fallout, Skyrim-ish type games, like open world shooters, or, you know, which is nothing wrong with those type of games if you like those. But where is the action genre? Because like Lords of Shadow 2 failed, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I like Lords of Shadow 1. I don't know if, did you ever play Lords of Shadow, Adrian?
I didn't, no.
Okay, good. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I guess I'm not going to.
Lords of Shadow 2, they completely... In all my years of playing video games, other than DMC2, I've never seen a game like...
God. DMC2... I think you let me borrow that one, and I immediately
gave it back.
I gave it back. That's one game I just... you can have this one. You have this one back, OJ. Take it back.
Yeah. That was a really bad idea.
Yeah, but right.
So Lords of Shadow 2, why they did what they did? Konami. It just goes back to I hate Konami.
Dude, Konami
are they kind of trash now, A-Train? I know I've been saying that.
Okay, dude. I mean, coming back, I've been playing some old school Castlevania games on my 3DS Virtual Console. Awesome.
Yes.
Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse, one of the better games I've ever played in my life. And I was like, okay, I'm so pumped about Castlevania games now.
Mm-hmm.
So I go and look at Castlevania. It's Lords of Shadow, right? The first one or the second?
Lords of Shadow
is the newest one.
The newest one, yeah.
And I just see garbage reviews, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, you know, Castlevania games and Nintendo were like bread and butter.
Yeah.
From like
in the
past.
Yeah.
You look
even on the handheld, the DS.
On the DS, the Game Boy Advance.
Yes.
Aria of Sorrow and all.
The remake was really good.
And the Dawn of Sorrow.
Dawn of Sorrow on the DS.
You let me borrow that game, and I kept it.
Yeah.
I kept it. I kept it for a long time, and I beat it.
Yeah.
So what's with Konami? What are they doing?
They're trash.
What are they doing wrong right now?
They're trash. They are not a Japanese company anymore. They are.
See?
They are an American company. They are a company that thinks that they're American. So therefore, they take their franchises and they say, let's put some dude, bro.
Let's appeal to
the people who watched that one video from that one guy. I'm looking at the Japanese sales. They appeal to those people that play them. And then those people don't even go out and buy the game. They're like, oh yeah, I'm hyped. These people, they hype these games up, and then when they come out, they don't go buy them.
Yeah.
They don't even play. Did you play Lords of Shadow? Nah, bro. No.
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't play it. I was playing Call of Duty. You know? They go out and play Call of Duty, and that's my problem. It's like you're appealing to these people who don't care about Castlevania.
Right.
I mean, Lords of Shadow had some. It had some okay things in there.
Yeah.
I liked it. I got all the achievements.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I heard. I heard there was some stuff there. And it's funny. Some people loved it.
Yes.
And I guess
I loved it.
And I guess those people. You loved Lords of Shadow?
I loved Lords of Shadow.
Wow.
I liked it.
Because that got ripped up on a lot of review sites.
And rightfully so.
And, yeah. And you played all the old school ones, too.
Yes. I've beat pretty much every single one except for like the really weird ones like on Sega Saturn and...
Like Rondo of Blood.
Yeah, like I haven't...
Rondo.
Yeah, I haven't beat those, but
that's,
like Super Nintendo, NES...
Yeah. Super Castlevania 4.
Yes, Super Castlevania.
Yeah.
I beat the DS ones. I beat
Castlevania. Yeah, dude. It shocked me when I played the Virtual Console Castlevania 3 how like deep it was for such an old game. You know? Such an old school game.
And Konami has ruined that franchise. I mean, will we?
And I played just recently. I played Symphony of the Night.
Ooh.
And I know, like, I mean, that's like I'm sure everyone has played Symphony of the Night.
I love Symphony. It's my second favorite.
Wow, dude, that game is it still holds up today.
Oh, it holds up extremely. It's better than 90% of games released today. It holds up extremely well.
Yeah.
The Metroidvania style holds up.
Heck.
It's not for everybody, but it's very good. You know.
Right.
But like the leveling, like the stuff that you wouldn't think would be the items, the leveling,
and you know, yeah, we could go on and on about Symphony of the Night.
It's very good. It's
yeah, and I think and I'd hope, I mean, not to like go too crazy, but I hope Capcom isn't doing the same thing.
They are. Mega Man?
Yeah.
Or what are you talking about?
I'm talking about Resident Evil, like I mean Mega Man 2, but
have you heard about Revelations 2?
I haven't. Is that rumor or is that real?
Well, no, it's real.
Yeah.
It's not coming in.
Revelations was probably the last. Would you say it's the last good Capcom Resident Evil game?
Well,
because Resident Evil 6, I'm not even gonna talk about it right now.
Did you play Resident Evil 6?
I played like 5 minutes of it. I played the part. I played Chris Redfield's part, and it just. I was a little disappointed.
The game is hot and garbage.
But I think, dude, I just think that the Japanese developers, whoever, I mean, they need to stick to what made those games so great in the first place.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2, one of my top games ever, Resident Evil 2 on PlayStation. You know, that survival horror of what made it so great. You know?
Yeah.
So I think, and Konami probably needs to do the same thing. I haven't played Lords of Shadow, but with their, bring back what made Symphony of the Night and all those old school Castlevania games so good.
Exactly. I want them to bring that stuff back.
Like kind of hard gameplay, but not like to where you're frustrated beyond belief.
Yeah, yeah.
Enough difficulty to where you're like, damn, I have to like. I gotta learn this a little bit.
Yeah, agreed. My problem with Konami is that they've continued to fail and they don't care.
That's never a good business strategy.
I mean, their games don't their experiments don't sell, and they continue to screw their fans over, and they continue to screw over Igarashi, what they did to Igarashi, who was the producer of Symphony of the Night. Making him make mobile games, it's trash. It's really, you're going to make, he's a legend.
That's kind of,
and you're forcing him to make mobile games while American developers and European developers take over Castlevania. That's trash.
That sucks, but probably from a business standpoint, mobile games are probably...
Okay, well, get somebody else to do it. How many mobile games have you played from Igarashi?
Zero. I probably won't play any. I'm not a big mobile game.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, none of the mobile people care that Igarashi's making a mobile game. You can get anybody to develop mobile games, Why do it to Igarashi? You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they do it to Igarashi. That's my problem, is that they did it to him. Not that they're making mobile games. That's fine.
Right.
You want to make mobile games, make mobile games. But don't do Igarashi like that. He's a prideful developer, and the fact that he did that for that, he's no longer with the company.
Right.
But the fact that he put up with it for that long, that's just sad, and that's pathetic by Konami. You don't do that to a guy. He's from the old school. He's from the NES era. He wasn't developing on mobile games. Come on.
Yeah.
Get the newbie out of college that just got his degree from his programming degree. Let him make mobile games. Don't do that to Igarashi. That was my only. And that's another reason why I hate Konami. They're a piece of trash company.